Hello everyone, this is John35. Uh, not doing a review this time. I'm doing more of a advisory sort of video. Now I haven't forgot. I am still doing the uh, repair plastic one that will be coming up. But when I went to do the actual experiment or repair, however you want to class it, I actually found that the chemical that I already had was a little bit weak now in its potency for actually improving the plastic colour. So although it is in there and actually doing it at the minute, I've actually ordered some more, which is obviously stronger, which will speed things up, and I'll be able to show you some improvement soon. Although there is an actual, even though it's weaker, there is an actual improvement at the moment, but I don't know whether that would actually show up on camera enough. The next one is where one of my subscribers, and thank him for subscribing, WaspShot23, he did a little video where he was, I say begging, but pleading for Transformers. One thing I would say, Ben, if I do come across anything that I've got a double of, I might be able to sort you out something, but I don't know as yet what. Obviously I've got odds and ends what are doubles, but they're not complete, and I wouldn't want to give you something that's a piece of crap. But I might be able to find something. I mean, certainly where I go around boot fairs, if I find something where I've already got it, if it's any good, I might be able to pass you on something. But as a little bit of advice, now he'll know where I'm talking about because he's from my area. I went to one of the local little Tesco's, the one at Manston, and I snagged myself a bargain. Now, Ben, if you are looking to save money buying your Transformers, try the Tesco's, especially the ones where you can't necessarily, they're not right on everybody's doorstep. And like I say, you'll know the one I mean, so you'll know the kind of thing I'm talking about. Now I went out to that one just on the off chance popping in, because I know out of all the shops, Tesco's are doing the Transformers, even like the Dark of the Moon stuff, they're doing it cheaper than other people, especially like the deluxes. I think they're selling for about £7 something, whereas they're normally what, 14, £12 something like that in other places. And I snagged myself a real bargain. Now I'll just move the camera and show you what I got. Now these two were the only two I'd stress, because if there was more than one of the type I would have got Ben one of these, but as there's only two and I want them myself, I'm afraid you're not getting this one, Ben. But I've got Special Ops Jazz and Turbo Tracks for the grandson. If you can see that, £1.30 each. So the two of them are £2.60. Now I nearly fell over when the guy in the shop told me what they were actually up for, because they had no price on them. And again, I suppose that's another reason why they hadn't been snagged maybe a bit quicker. But just to show you that there are bargains out there, Ben. I mean, I obviously picked bits up at boot fairs as well, which I did show on the haul vid. I got a Rescue Ratchet. Now he's only missing his weapon on top, like the framework grabber. I mean, if anyone's got one, I mean, let me know. I'll sort of get it off you, because I'd like to complete him. But he was a quid, and there's nothing wrong with that to display as a figure. He's still perfectly all right. And like I say, the other one I got at the same boot fair was the Bumblebee figure. Now, like I say, he'd been pulled apart where the ball joint, leg joints had sort of separated, but I mean they just snapped back together. And he was 20p, so it is possible to find some bargains. I mean, I know a student might not want to get up at sort of 6 in the morning to go to a boot fair, but it's worth it for what you're going to save, Ben. I don't mean that to sound sort of patronising, but you know, it's all very well and good asking other people for things, and I'm sure the Transformer collectors out there are generous, and you will get some bits. I'm sure they will. But as I would myself, if I come across anything, I will sort you out something. But you know, don't give up sort of just thinking that you can only get like a little Legends figure or something like that for £5, because for £5, you know, at a boot fair you might get 5 large bots for that, and you'd be chuffed. and it is quite the hunt of finding them. Obviously sometimes you'll come up with nothing and you'll think, oh, that was a waste of the time, but when you come across something that is really good, so and like going to the shop and finding a bargain like that, you know, I was chuffed when I came out of the shop. And that's about all really. That's just a little catch up. I will review the tracks and jazz figures, though they deserve a review of their own as an individual, because A, they're quite detailed, and B, they are really nice figures. They really do bring back the original G1 style and those characters nicely, but they've got all the articulation and bits and bobs which was a little bit lacking in the originals. If they could have combined sort of like the two, where you've got the original appearance and some of the build quality with obviously like the metal parts, and that would be nice. But you know, obviously cost effective these days, they make it all out of plastic, but they are good figures, and I definitely recommend them, especially at £1.30 each. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't have thought even Tesco's could buy them for that, but there you go. And I ought to thank, if I haven't already, Wasp Shop for subbing to my channel. And although I couldn't remember their names, it's MJ Crow, I believe, and 6 Shot 11, I believe, was the other two that have subbed to my channel, who I couldn't remember the names the other time. But I do thank them for their sub, and if anyone else is interested in subbing to my channel, please feel free, and any sort of comments or that, feel free to leave them, even if you're taking the mic, that's fine. And I shall see you again for another Transformers review at some point. Cheers, bye.